There's a very famous Jewish archaeologist whose name is Gabriel Barkay, Gabby to his friends. He's in charge of what's known as the Temple Mount Sifting Project. Well, some years ago, about 1979, 1980, his people were doing an excavation around Jerusalem, and amongst the debris, they found a little metal cylinder on a chain. It probably was something that hung around the neck of a little child. Inside, Gabby could see that there was a parchment, a very, very old parchment. He was afraid that he might, if he tried to take it out of the cylinder, destroy it. But he got up enough of nerve and very carefully took it out, and he laid it out, and he looked at it. And immediately he recognized some of the words written in an ancient form of Hebrew. And as he started to actually translate it word for word, he realized that this was a document that dated to about 600 years before the birth of Christ, which would make it the oldest fragment of any book of the Bible ever found. And as he read the prayer, he realized that this was the prayer that his father had taught him as a little child. You see, a smile came to his face, and tears came rolling down his face as well. And he looked at it, and he realized what it was. It's what we heard in our first reading today, and we hear every first reading on January 1st of every year. It's from the book of Numbers. It's the blessing that God gave to Aaron to bless the people with. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May he make his face shine on you and be gracious unto you. May he look kindly towards you and give you his peace. And you know what? I guess it's the same prayer that Mary and Joseph prayed over the baby Jesus as he lay there in his swaddling clothes in that manger on that first Christmas in Bethlehem 2,000 years ago. On this, the solemnity of Mary, the Mother of God, of she who is called blessed among women, let us look at Mary as an example, as the paradigm par excellence of prayer. The Catechism of the Catholic Church says there are 5 basic forms of prayer: blessing, petition, intercession, thanksgiving, and praise. In her life, Mary exemplifies all 5 forms of prayer. First, she is blessed and a blessing for others. When you think about it, a blessing is the verbal expression of a wish that good will befall someone. The power of the blessing is to give life and happiness. So truly, blessings come from God. Remember, the angel told her at the Annunciation that she was full of grace and highly favored by God, blessed. And why was Mary blessed? As Elizabeth tells her at the time of the visitation, Mary was blessed because she believed what the angel had promised her would come true. A blessing. Isn't it interesting that there is no evidence that Mary ever petitions, asks anything for herself? She never asks God for anything for herself. She only wants to do God's will. Let it be done unto me according to your word, as she told the angel. However, she was a great intercessor, as at the wedding feast of Cana, when she petitioned on behalf of the wedding couple to her son because they have no wine. Remember what he said? Woman, it's not my time yet. She still went off to the stewards and said to them, do whatever my son tells you to do. Great advice to all of us. For you see, her son, Jesus, can deny his mother, Mary, nothing. Petition, intercession. And then there's the great prayer of thanksgiving and praise known as the Magnificat. In this prayer of thanksgiving and praise, Mary never extols her own virtues of greatness. Instead, she acclaims and rejoices in God. She recounts his saving acts, his mercy, his might, his feeding the poor, and his steadfast love in remembering his covenant with his people. We might say, as they say in the preface, for we do well always and everywhere to give thanks and praise to God. There we have it. Blessing, petition, intercession, thanksgiving, and praise. Mary lived out all 5 forms of prayer. As we come to the end of one calendar year and the start of another, we should follow Mary's example and thank God for the blessings that He's given us during this past year. Yes, even in the year of the pandemic. Let us make a resolution that during the coming year, we consider sharing what we have with others who have far, far less than we do. For this is a way of blessing God for blessing us. St. Ambrose, the Bishop of Milan, doctor of the Church, and the man who brought St. Augustine of Hippo into the Church, wrote the following about Mary and us. He wrote, "Let Mary's soul be in each of us to proclaim the greatness of the Lord. Let her spirit be in each of us to rejoice in the Lord." End of quotation. Thus, on this January 1st of 2021, I would like to wish everyone here and everyone listening to me a very happy New Year. Or better yet, what I should say is, may the Lord bless you and keep you. Amen.